Hello, Big Bird.
Hello, how you doing?
What is your origin of the name Big Bird?
Well, my friend, when we went to our first tournament, me and Angry Bird, we didn't have any names. We just showed up with our actual names, Adele and Amjad. But my friend decided that Amjad, his head was shaped like an Angry Bird, you know, the game? So because I'm his best friend, he told me, well, since you're his best friend, you gotta be a bird too. And I was wearing a large yellow shirt, and that's why he decided to name me Big Bird, referencing to the Sesame Street. Well, because Reject is a team based in Japan, and Japan has maybe the biggest and the strongest fighting game community, Street Fighter community in the world. And also Reject has one of the biggest fighting game players in the world, and one of the actual legends, Tokido. So it's an honor to join Reject and be a teammate alongside Tokido as well. So now we're gonna be me, Angry Bird, Tokido. Then there's also currently Lashar, Akira, and you could basically say it's a powerhouse now of Street Fighter. Street Fighter is basically an iconic game. Everyone knows what Street Fighter is. If you walk around and you can ask any random person, Shoryuken or Hadouken, they will know what it is. I mean, it's basically a game of childhood. Everyone's played it. Everyone knows what it is. It's just iconic. And why did I play it professionally? I mean, it just happened. I didn't really plan for it. It just worked out for me. What do I dislike? To be honest, I don't really feel like there's anything I dislike about Street Fighter as a series. I feel like it's all positives, no negatives. Honestly, it's very nice. It's very chill. There's a lot of stress, I'm not gonna lie. Competitions can be stressful. Traveling can be tiring sometimes. But I think it's a good career to have, honestly speaking. And it's very fun. Following your passion and making a career out of it is very, very fun. My mental strength, basically. Practicing, execution, muscle memory, and also trying to stay fit outside of the game. You know, you can have everything up to date, your muscle memory working well and everything in the game, but outside of the game, you also need to keep your health in check because sometimes you might get tired very easily because of lack of stamina, lack of training, lack of whatever for your actual body, and that might affect you in game. So I feel like balancing, you know, your training in the game and your training outside of the game is very helpful and can produce a lot of good results. I think I would like to say family and friends. My favorite character in Street Fighter is Guy, Anti-Viper. If I could be, that's a hard question. I think I like Guy. I think I like being a ninja. Because I feel like being a ninja is very fun. You're stealthy, you're fast, you hit hard, and basically you're a handsome person. I think I can be close friends with Rashid. I feel like his personality is very fun. His personality kind of reminds me of me. He's kind of annoying, kind of goofy. He's kind of funny, and he can get on a lot of people's nerves inside the game. So I feel like Rashid is a funny guy. I feel like I would like him a lot. Definitely not Bison, Dictator. Dictator. I don't think I would like that as my boss. I feel like I think Guile wouldn't be too bad, and maybe I think Ryu would be good. Ryu would take me under his wing and he would train me properly. I want to say Akuma, but I think Akuma would just destroy me. But we'll go with it, it's fine. Akuma. I mean, I feel like the answer is kind of obvious. I mean, I go to the gym, right? So there's only one person that actually references that, which is Chun-Li.
Really?
I was gonna say Marissa, but Chun-Li is better. Definitely Bison's teleport. Get good sleep. Drink enough caffeine or Red Bull. Be properly focused, warmed up. Make sure I know who I'm facing and have enough info or data on them, and just make sure I'm ready for the matchup I'm playing with versus. So obviously my arcade stick, my glasses, and I think other than that, and the laptop to practice, outside of the tournament. But extras, I think a melatonin would be good to get enough sleep. I wouldn't really call this an extra. It's very necessary for me to have a Red Bull. And what else would I bring? I think that's pretty much it. So melatonin for sleep, Red Bull for caffeine, arcade stick obviously for playing, laptop for practicing, and did I say another thing? Oh, let's just say food. There's a lot of things I can't live without, honestly. I can't live without Street Fighter. I can't live without the gym. I can't live without food. I can't live without water. But if I had to pick something, I would say Street Fighter. It's very hard to say. But since I'm a Muslim and I'm a religious person, I wouldn't say too religious, but since I follow Islam, I would say the Prophet Muhammad. I would go with white. I think burgers. I like all kinds of fruits, that's the problem. I guess maybe dragon fruit. Cats. I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious. I mean, outside of family, it's kind of obvious. It's Angry Bird. This is very difficult. I don't really have a favorite word, honestly.
Angry Bird told me victory.
Victory? Well, since Captain Cup is coming up, I feel like winning Captain Cup is something I want most at the moment. Tokyo. I would like to visit Amsterdam and Amsterdam, Chicago, and I think it's and Berlin. To be honest, I just basically hang out with friends to forget about, the tough times. I make sure I talk to my family about it, and outside of that, I either distract myself with playing games, like Street Fighter, Marvel Rivals, I don't know what is. And on top of that, I do go to the gym because the gym is very good for releasing negative energy out of your body. Dedication and what's it called? What was the word? Dedication, hard work, and effort can bring in a lot of results, but you also need to know where your efforts are placed. If you're doing a lot of efforts, but you're not placing these efforts at the right places, it's kind of meaningless. So because of that, I took that from what I learned in Street Fighter, applied it to the gym, and it worked very, very good for me. On top of that, you learn how to solve your problems, you learn how to manage your time, you learn how to basically, pinpoint the issues you have, or the issues you know, or the issues you're dealing with. And basically a lot of things that you can apply to your real life as well, whether it's work, hobbies, other hobbies, friends, family, all of that. Honestly, I only think about the person I'm playing versus, his character, and what I want, or how can I beat this person. Basically by watching their videos and all of that kind of helps me, but the only thing I'm thinking about is basically what do I need to do to win. So far, I think it's me versus Punk at EVO 2024 in Grand Finals. To be honest, when I got to EVO Grand Finals, I felt like that was my second time being in that stage. So it didn't feel too different. I just was too focused on trying to win. I wasn't even thinking about anything else. I wasn't thinking about the crowd. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was only thinking about having fun first and foremost, and trying to win. So because I was very focused. That's kind of hard. But I would say first I need to invest in some stuff, maybe properties, maybe make a business, and all of that. So it feels like I need to use that money to build something, for my life. Definitely Daigo and Takedo. Daigo because basically he's the first one that I've known entering into the fighting games. And Takedo because he is an expert at dedicating his time to becoming good. And on top of that, even outside of the game, he dedicates his time to make sure he's better, healthy, and perform very well during the game. So he does basically everything inside the game and outside the game to perform good. Definitely, I would say, we're not counting Angry Bird. Okay, Angry Bird is a different story because I know him. I mean, he is obviously one of the players I respect the most, but globally, I would say Punk and Mena. Mena, because he's a very hardworking guy. He loves, he always tries to solve his issues. He never complains. He's always trying to deal with things, always trying to adapt. Punk, because the man is just very talented. No matter how much you think you can work hard to beat him, the guy is just talented. He can come up with solutions very fast, and he adapts very fast. He kind of knows, he kind of is a step above everyone, almost everyone. So these two are players I respect the most globally. There's a lot of them, to be honest, but I really don't know. I think there's a lot of them to say. But I would say right now, it's probably maybe Punk. When I started taking this Street Fighter more serious, I think that was a turning point in my life. That's when things switched in my life. And I feel like that's when my life started to become a lot better, a lot more meaningful and all that. I didn't really take a lot of challenges. I wouldn't really, I mean, obviously Street Fighter is a challenge I took, but clearly I did not fail, so far at least. But there's something about me, if I know this is something that I can't do, then I won't do it. I won't waste my time. So I wouldn't really say so far there has been challenges that I couldn't do. I would say easygoing, fun, go with the flow. I would say adaptive, and serious when I need to be kind of person. Of course, I mean, the side that people see or that I show is the side that I want to show. But there's obviously sides to myself that even people closer to me don't know. Although they're very small sides, obviously, but there are many sides of me that I haven't really shown to a lot of people aside from my close friends. And what people see of me outside or on social media or whatever is a side that I want them to see. So that's, yeah, so there are sides that people haven't seen of me. I think, if I had to say, probably when someone comes up to me and tells me that I've inspired them to either go pro, work harder, get to the gym and start working out. It's the inspiring part. That's what is the nicest thing to hear. I mean, in my own opinion, when someone tells me that I've inspired them to do something, whether it's gym, go pro, work hard, get better, and all of that, I feel like that's very nice to hear. I'm not really a gifts kind of person, but I think this is gonna sound very cliche, but I would say the gift of friendship. I'm not a book kind of person, so I can't answer that. I think the 70s, I feel like the 70s are a lot of fun. Maybe my phone. Rashid. Obviously, water is guaranteed, so we're not gonna say water. That's a boring answer. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Red Bull.
Any food or what?
Food. Maybe just meat. There's gotta be protein in the house. I washed my face. I showered. I prayed, and then I got dressed and I got up. Bedtime routine is take my vitamins, magnesium, biotin, vitamin D, zinc. On top of that, drink my protein before I go to bed, protein shake. I like to shower before bed so I can relax my body. And yeah, I think that's about it. If I'm not feeling too sleepy, then I drink melatonin. Just normal clothes, like not specifically pajamas, but just like normal clothes that I don't use to go out. I like to play other games besides Street Fighter. I hang out with friends all the time. I go to the gym and lift weights. Basically, since I live with my family, so I like to chill and sit with my family. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think it has to be Twitter or X, whatever they want to call it. Well, other than Street Fighter, I like to watch. Sometimes I like to watch. So movies that I've watched before, I like to see clips. Like for example, these days, because I'm playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, I've been watching a lot of Marvel movies clips, like Endgame, Infinity War, Age of Ultron, X-Men, all that. So I've been watching clips of YouTube on them. And other times, depends on what. If I want to see something that I want to understand about the gym, then I go search it up on YouTube. If I want to see something I want to understand about any specific type of thing, like let's say Marvel Rivals, I go search it up on YouTube. But if you see my For You page right now on YouTube, it's basically Marvel Rivals clips, Marvel movies clips, Street Fighter clips, and occasional gym stuff. I think I've had to say so far, from the top of my head, I think in Avengers Infinity War. To be fair, recently, I only listen to the songs when I'm at the gym. Outside of this gym, I really don't listen to songs that much anymore. I don't go karaoke, and I've never been to karaoke, and I don't think I would like to go to karaoke. The biggest difference is, so it's before you become a pro, you basically mostly focus on having fun. You know, there's no stress, there's no achieving results, there's no needing to, make sponsors happy, make your team happy, make your manager happy, all of that. Basically, you're just playing for yourself to have fun or make a name for yourself or whatever personal achievement that you want to make. But when you become a pro, it doesn't become solely about yourself. It's more than that. You're not playing for yourself anymore. You're playing to either make a living, to bring a roof under your house. Basically to keep your sponsors happy, to keep your manager happy, to keep your team happy, to sustain yourself. So it becomes more than playing for yourself when you become a pro. So because I've been so close to it twice now, I think I would like to have an Evo title, especially because Angry Bird has an Evo title to his name now. Now I'm jealous of him, so I kind of want to have an Evo or Captain Cup, either or. I think I would love to, because Rejects right now is based in Japan, and obviously in Japan, Street Fighter League is the biggest thing happening for esports in general. I would like to either win Captain Cup this coming year or win SFL Worlds, one of the two, because obviously these things are going to be very, very big in Japan. And winning Captain Cup or SFL Worlds as a member of Reject in Japan, I think it's very big. But on top of that, maybe add an Evo title to my name on the Reject. I think how hard it gets, the more you get deep into the game. The stress, the anxiety, the worrying about whether you're going to perform good or not, worrying about whether you're going to lose early or not, dealing with your reputation. So when you lose early, people are going to be talking like, oh, this guy is free, this guy's washed up now, he's not that good anymore. So you need to learning how to block out all that noise and just play for yourself is basically one of the hardest things to do. And thankfully I learned to do that, and it made me play a lot better because now I stopped worrying about what people think and just basically playing for myself and doing good because I want to do good. I think what's the most interesting is how diverse it is. You get people from all kinds of skin, color, ethnicities, religions, all coming together just to play Street Fighter. When I go to a tournament, I meet people from Japan, I meet people from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, from the US, from France, from England, from Kuwait, from Saudi, from UAE. All of us are basically just in one place because we want to play Street Fighter, and I think that's the most important. That's the best part about playing Street Fighter is you get people, very diverse people, and a mixed bunch of people under one roof because of Street Fighter. remember to have fun. I think fun is the most important thing to becoming a pro. If you're not having fun, then it's kind of hard to become a pro, because if you're not playing for fun in the beginning, then what are you exactly going to do? Because it's the same as going to a normal job. You're not going to have fun in a normal job. You're going to be basically kind of miserable. So as long as you're having fun, then yes, you can take it to the next step and aspire to become a pro. But if fun is not a factor in there, then you gotta find something else or another game to have fun, or basically change how you approach the game. Seeing what I can do better, seeing what I can optimize, seeing what I can avoid. I think that's what I practice, what I mostly focus on. Something you have to do, I think if I had to say, it would probably be traveling.
Traveling?
Yes, traveling. If I had the option to not travel, not get on a plane, I think that would be very, very nice. But having to get on a plane, travel for 16 hours sometimes, 9-10 hours, it's very annoying, but obviously I have to do it. Help out my family, help out my friends, help out the poor, and obviously buy businesses, properties. Obviously donate as much as I can to help out people who are in need. And yeah, I think, and buy maybe an airplane for myself. Most nervous I've ever been. Maybe my first Captain Cup. I think my first ever Captain Cup in 2017, that was the most nervous I've ever been, because that was the biggest stage I've played in back then. And it was just so hard to adapt to the pressure and everything, because I was also very young. It was my first Captain Cup. It was my first year as a Street Fighter Pro. And yeah, I think that was the most I've been nervous. Hopefully, still keep playing. Hopefully, still keep performing. Maybe take another side of esports. Maybe become a manager, become a coach. But obviously, from me personally, I would like to keep playing for as long as I can. Life ambition, that's very, very hard to answer. I think I would just love to have done enough in my life to be able to not rely on anything or anyone, to be able to live and be able to help out people without having to rely on anything or anyone. Like being able to sustain myself on my own. Aside from my family, I would say Angry Bird. Angry Bird and Aboud Hamoud. I think my group of friends. Because sometimes you have bad habits as a person, and when you get out those bad habits in front of your friends will come to you and tell you, this is wrong, you should not do it. And then, because I'm not very stubborn when it comes to these kind of things, I tend to learn and adapt. So I think I became better because of my friends. I have no idea, to be honest, but I hope my family cooked something very, very nice. Hopefully by then, by the time I got banned for whatever reason, I would have already saved up enough money to open up a business, to buy a property, to be able to sustain myself without relying on fighting games. And maybe on the side, I can stream, I can do a regular job if the business doesn't work, or until the business starts doing well. I think, yeah. But, I mean, the plan is to not get banned, obviously.
Okay, thank you, Big Bird.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.